Texas. It's week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Houston Texans
At their own 23-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Watson on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They're connecting here with D.J. Shark. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie. 1,000-yard season last year. Ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They're going to try and throw. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll give this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. A run with Lindsay out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Darren Lee there to get him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means?
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Complete.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. Here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston set to take over. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
At their own 11.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 12-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A pass complete here to Conley, and he'll be out right at the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
To throw again on second down. Watson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson on the crossing route, complete. It's Cobb. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson looks to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, it's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker Miles Jack able to knock that one away. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Texans 3.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Agnew on the return.
The Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. To return, here's Agnew. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 1st touchdown on the year, and the Texans have cut it to within a score.
The Texans.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard, and now they come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. Back to throw now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a 1st down as well.
1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Jaguars are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the deep.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Curtis. Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. $22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
6-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Open man right side is Shark. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And call that a very strong gain of 24. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. And 18. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of